What's going on, YouTube? I kind of figured I'd show you all a little bit of what I'm working with out here. We're going to be changing things up on the channel and talking about a lot more things outside here. And well, for anybody that's followed along and knows a little bit about what's been going on here, all this yard, and I can't put anything down in the ground. We gotta do container gardening here. So we're gonna be going over a little bit of that because thankfully I finally got my buckets and I'm gonna be starting a fall garden. So let's get into what we got going on today. What's going on, everybody? Now, as you guys got to see a while ago, you know, got plenty of yard out here I can work with, but of course can't put anything in the ground, so everything's got to be in containers. And that's still something to work with as well. Now I figure we do a little change up on the scenery here, and apologize for the view, you know, but I'm gonna try getting away from doing the hand stuff a little more. Try to be a little more personal with you. Just sitting out here in the yard right now. It's nice and early in the morning. Just kind of listening to everything that's going on. But I wanted to talk to y'all about our food and what we're really coming up on. There's been a lot of laws and things being put into effect that are kind of they're kind of attacking it, in my opinion. Now I'll show you what little town I'm in. You know, here's up the street from the middle of town. And this right here is the middle of town. The little bitty town that we live in. Not much to see around here. But I got farmland all the way around me. And I'm in southeast Missouri, so it's farmland for quite a good ways in every direction. But one of the main things you see around here when it comes to like bumper stickers is no farmers, no food. Well, that's something they're kind of pushing towards. Now, I know up there in I believe it was Oregon, they're really kind of trying to hit the ranchers and things like that. They're trying to push things through that wouldn't allow for them to raise animals for meat, to be honest about it. I mean, they're trying to pass to where the animal would only be able to be processed once it died of natural causes. You know, so there would be no more raising an animal for the meat. You'd be more or less a pet until it died, and then you're allowed to process it. But I'm going to show you a couple different ways that if you don't really have anything to grow in, I'm going to show you one way to go ahead and make something to grow in as well this time around. Thankfully we do finally have our buckets come in. They belong to my grandfather, and it just kind of it was a little hard to get in a hold of and stuff. But I should have probably done this other thing and had some stuff going in the spring, but we're going to get a fall garden going, and I'll take y'all along for that as well. You hear the chickens in the background. That's unfortunately not mine. That's actually the neighbor over here. His roosters are been going pretty good this morning. But I don't know. I'm just sitting out here on the swing and just kind of taking it all in. That's something a lot of us take for granted. We just pass right over things. So on top of talking to all you about all that, if you would, just take a minute sometime today. Whether it be with your family or your friends or anything else, and just enjoy that moment. Take it in. But let's go ahead and get into what we're going to do for the way of a new planter here, and I'm going to show you how we're going to get that done. And we're going to talk about a few other things. Alright folks, one of the things we're going to be going over today is we're actually going to be taking this milk crate and And that's yard fabric right there that I got from the dollar store for $5 a roll, so fairly inexpensive. Now I've seen to where they take these, and you'll see them like on rooftops in the cities where they have, open gardens up there. But now, like the milk crates themselves, you can usually find all those at, your local grocery store here in town. These, the black ones they've got, they just go ahead and give them away if somebody wants them. Alright, now first off, we got the yard fabric right here. You can see how, thin it is, but we're going to roll this out just a little bit here. And go ahead and take the staple gun here and get us locked down on this side, and then we'll smooth it out and put the other one in. Now I'll show you kind of what it looks like once we get it done. I apologize for the noise in the background. That's the AC running. But as you can see here, this is pretty well what it looks like when it's done. We've got just a milk crate here on the outside. You can get, like I said, from just about anywhere. Staple that yard fabric in there and it will hold the dirt, and you get a lot of air in here, and of course it'll drain off real easy. Now you gotta be careful with that in some areas where you're gonna need more water than in others. Alrighty, for now, anybody that doesn't actually have a garden or has gotten one going yet, now remember, if you got even a 1 square foot of space on like a patio or just anywhere, I mean, you can honestly grow something. They've got these tower planters where you can plant like well, I think the minimum is like 24 plants in 1 foot of space, and you water the top and it just goes on down and slowly waters everything, so you can have quite a bit in just a small little space there. I mean, they're not the cheapest in the world, but for anybody that says you can't grow something, well, you got room. And I'll actually show you something here in a minute that I didn't plant, and it was actually in a little bit of a compost pile. We got a real small one over there that was originally just for sticks and stuff, because I don't have any trees on my property. But anywhere we get branches here and there, I tossed them all together just so that way they could break down. And one of the monkeys threw a tomato in there, and well, we got a little surprise this year. Anybody that's been following us on Instagram, you've gotten a chance to see it, but we're getting some tomatoes starting to come up on it, and I'll show you all that here in a bit. But as I was getting to, is if you don't have anything at the moment, look around and check out your farmers markets. Now, these are usually some really great people, and I'm going to show you some corn that we're going to process up here a little later in the video as well. I talked to somebody here locally. They've got a farm, I want to say it's probably about 30 minutes away from where I'm at, but they were selling the dozen ears of corn for $5 a piece. Well, got to talking to him and everything else, and he's like, what, I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and make you a deal. He sold me the whole crate, which was 4 dozen ears, for $15. So got a whole dozen for free. And then in talking on that part right there, share with people. If you get the opportunity, go ahead. A little help somebody's way. It may not seem like much to you, but it may mean the world to them, or you never know, on down the road, maybe they'll help you back out in return. But obviously my parents-in-law don't, they don't need it, but they were going to go get some corn, and since we got some extra, we went ahead and dropped a dozen off to them, and that left us with 3 dozen to process. So now my family, they like corn on the cob, and that sweet corn is actually really good, so it's been getting gone through pretty quick. But it doesn't take much to process it up. You just strip it, cut it up, throw it in the freezer until you're ready to cook it. Now, like I said, we're going to be doing some more canning videos and stuff like that here very soon. I've got pretty well everything in all together. I've just got to get the produce and all that kind of set up. Now, since I didn't have the spring garden, I got to go ahead and do it with farmers market stuff, but the farmers markets we got in this area, just about every town, north and south of me has got one going. So we'll get it going here real soon. Now, a little update that I want to thank every last one of you. We have cleared 500. We are about 514, 515, somewhere in there when I'm recording this, and that means a lot. We got a giveaway going to be going on. I'm going to go ahead and give it 2 more weeks, just so that way anybody that hasn't got in on it can. Anybody that hasn't done a shout out video, where there's going to be prizes for that as well, and we're going to kind of be veering away from really the coin side of things. I will always direct everybody to this community and stuff, and as I have always believed, the silver and gold and coin community and the stacking community is a part of preparedness as well. It's just more towards the financial side. But with the attack on our food system and everything, I would really like to kind of put a little more emphasis towards our food and what goes into our body. And I mean, just sitting right here from where I'm at on the side of my house, I've got one neighbor over here that's got chickens and a pretty good sized garden going in their backyard. And I can look directly the other direction right here, and another neighbor's got probably every bit of 40 tomato plants out there. So I mean, but then again, I'm kind of here in middle America. I know things are different up there around the cities and stuff. But y'all would also let me know what you think about this being out here kind of on the porch swing. There's some prepping channels and just some homesteading channels that kind of, I don't know, it's a little more relaxed. Try to be a little more real with people. But anyway, I really want to thank y'all, and thank you for joining us on the train this week, and make sure you stay tuned for everybody else. All the links will be in the description below as always. I'll also go ahead and have the link to our shout out video, or the comment video, excuse me. For anybody making a shout out video, if you would, go ahead and email me and let me know, that you did it. As far as I know, we've only got about 3 so far, but I've had some people come over saying they've been over from other channels. I've got to catch up and make sure that we, see what's going on. But as always, folks, from my family to yours, you have a great day. And a new part of this, stay humble. Thank you, everybody.